So not beginning this way late. Um, Here we go. Hold on a minute. Many days has passed during you know, um, the entire harassment depended on the entire reputation. Yo, Vanio. Well, this live stream had to be extremely important. Ah, as I just woke up right now, um, many people have been disturbing me a lot of times, and the end me a drama. The proposition for people, unlike the ones who we'll be talking about today, um, this is going to be important. So we're just gonna get enough number of people there. So there. Now, um, everyone's been asking me, what has got into YouTube? Or just simply Nickel? Well, if I'm being very kind honest, um, as much as I can't hide out my happiness from the entire danger, even though this has been going around a few months and especially years for some of those users unsatisfied ones, I hereby will declare my own live stream to be official beginning of exposing individuals, especially masterminds, behind this scenario. Mark this live stream as official beginning. Now, section 1 will be opening up a context of what is really going on. Hold on. Section 1, team members update 6 days ago post from Game Jolt. The post the following says, "Hello everyone, there has been a change to the team members of the game itself. The following user named Cool Out the Hedgehog has been demoted after allegations were made against the member since June 1st all until 29th of August. From a decision by two members of the game, he has been demoted by the following reasons of promoting racism on white people and allowing slurs, forcing them to go wild, which is insult to all white people, especially Christianity, which led to this decision to be permanently blocked off from a game project. As he did contribute to many things, yes, I posted teasers which has been showcasing some work Kulaf has done for the game. Now, I really don't mean to go overboard. I just gotta. This is not an important number. I faced a lot of issue. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Some important stuff had been going on a few days ago, but you know what I say. If you can't decrite someone because they have a higher obsession on the reputation, They will be assigned to do whatever they want to take someone down. I, Trevor the Hedgehog, or personally me myself, have been. Alright, as I'm holding a speech, I'm currently 18, so just to let you know. Alright, alright, alright. Let's all calm down and bring out this situation in public. Alright, so it starts from August 25th. Unnamed user Riyadlin, one of members of H Haven. I have a higher topic for H Haven, so pay attention to what I'm going to talk about. I have retired from Hedge Haven since August 17 or 19. I'm not sure when it was the date, but I announced my retirement from Haven despite the drama between me and Hannah has placed out a washing teeth on a fucking landing slide toboggan. Then, as I announced my departure, many people were unsatisfied with the decision, and some, like who I will be naming here, are truly masterminds of the entire harassment. Mark up your day, so you will know. This is important after all. I literally, like I said, it's right now 9:36 p.m. a.m. actually, and I just woke up. Wow, I really woke up. After all, I needed some nap. Pause a little bit. We will continue the topic. All right, now you're rolling. All right, Skeletor guy, hello, anyway. Now, there's a one thing we all need to know. First off, yes, the mentioned users in this live stream will be named, and from my announcement itself. As much as I attempted to handle the situation openly peaceful, I will no longer be going under the trap and then, like, this entire open level of the harassment. Last night, I was tagged on Discord. Where, hold on, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. It's gonna be a little tricky. Hold on. The problem starts in the server. Oh, never mind. The messages are deleted. But I was able to mark up the messages so I can say who is the goat. Now, without further ado, actually, we have a saga to begin with. Cool of the Hedgehog has been demoted from a game because his closest ally, Riadlin, has promoted racism in Sonic Composing Guild. Sonic Composing Guild, which is his own server, which I successfully spied a lot of times. The pollination started off from June 1st, when the first time they were watching. They were watched the entire time. And I gotta be honest, like, they kept targeting me and closest allies around, threatening us to end the reputation, which what I'm gonna talk about really, like, this is really gonna get something. Anyway, Riadlin Kolov, and Saragex. Users who were banned last night from the following servers, of course, our server, they started the harassment on GameJolt. Let me open the article. Section 2. They went to impersonate my own account. I mean, it's not just a impersonation account. It's not that my account is impersonated, not at all. But my entire name, which is a YouTube's name, my real life name and last name's one, has been exposed alongside with a face review. So, which says, hello, please read and spread this document along with exposed talk of TurboTH official. Count your days, Turbo. You have 3 days to leave the internet or you'll face the horrible consequences of the action. Chat! If you see that kind of user, like on GameJolt spamming that stuff, just please report them for impersonation and harassment. I'm really being impersonated, even though I'm being targeted. You gotta be honest. This entire document, like the new one that has been out, it's also trash. It says, hello, this is that we hate pedophiles. Of course, Blade. Well, duh, because Spinblade has a history of the entire harassment on the doxing someone. And let's not mention that Spinblade has admitted of being Freedom. Yep, Freedom Archives. And he himself said that he confesses for being account of Freedom Archives. Now, if you tell from that harassment from We Hate Pedophiles account, okay, Spinblade once again, who he has a history of the entire harassment. Alright. Spinblade has been forgiven by Kulaf, Riadlin, and Saragex. Saragex is a 14-year-old pixel artist. Okay. Riadlin is a problem because he's excusing himself to be mixed person in order to a N-word. Like you heard me, mixed person. I really don't know much about that. So let me find. Like, let me see. You really syncretism. Syncretism. Like, seriously, dude? Syncretism. What the fuck? Now, yeah. I was being harassed by Sarah, Kulaf, and Riadlin in a group chat, and this brought me to attention to create an emergency live stream because if I made that server meeting, well, the emergency server self meaning, some people would not have came and some would not have understood the situation while open. So this live stream had to be exactly that. Alright, and let's not forget that Spinblade was a pedophile supporter. The time when I published World Spread Saga live stream on Electric Super 16, the time Spinblade was caught to be her accomplice back then. Alright, I'm fine. So, as I just got out from hospital, last night I was doing magnetic resonance and the harassment kept going. I tried the hedgehog. I'm fine. Fine. I was just coughing. Anyway, I just got out. Last night I was out from hospital because I spent one night there doing magnetic resonance. And magnetic resonance results were out, so I have Monday to do a checkup. With that being said, let's just begin our our, screenshot stuff. Or we can just, anyway, The screen recording was by some. Like, Spinblade has gotten too far because he was simply harassed by people who were being hatred. Spinblade has a history of working with Sakura and. Wait, my microphone is my. Wait, is my chat? Is my microphone cutting off? Is my microphone really cutting? Alright. Um, we will enter the gallery. August. 31st of August. Hold on. Alright. Um, I hope we have it. I hope we have it. We're starting with a screenshot from the 31st of August. Whoop. 31st of August. Alright. Here is what it says. Riadman's message. Approving slurs brought a miss in the part where it's allowed in the my server. That was Riadman's message. Wait, where did that screenshot came from? We have a snitch! And then Riadman went to accuse people for snitching them like it's justified. That's because you've been allowing slurs in a server while it's yours, but you're really not aware you could be accused for racism. Well, yes, you are one. Then, collapse message. You think we are the ones who aren't innocent like you? Did all the bad shit about. Oh boy, Pavel told me some shit about. Bruh, 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 bruh. Pavel is already destroyed by Yegzi reviews. How can we expect to forgive a nuisance who is Pavel, but does have the zero empathy, zero psychology, and zero mathology? Someone should educate Pavel for being a better person than just doing an apology. He's already been spotted, so that's an obvious case. If you still have infos on Pavel, report it to my Discord account and I shall do something about it. Now, the next screenshot, Spinblade's one, is also from the 31st of August, where Spinblade says, just submit to them. It will be better. What do you mean submit? Do what they say, man. What? Me to be part of it? Apologize to them. And then you'll be better. You'll be better. And then he said N-word and then edited out to brother. Look, Spamblade on my Discord. Like, on my Discord. This is going to be interesting what I'm going to say. Spamblade himself said, do what they say, man. You'll be fine, brother. Ah! I'm going to make a history of Spamblades in premise. All right, sorry. All right. And then others have kept targeting others from the server. And then more N-word slurs have been spammed. From the end of August, actually, consider a start of September 1st, a lot of N-words and harassments have been going on. As I was able to get the history of their harassment, they They said I know you're plotting something with Matt and the man. I never made false allegations about Matt, bro. That was from Riyadh from 1st September. But look, like, who will react to Riyadh approving slurs in ES server? Who? Who would approve? Dude is really idiotic. Honestly, that is really idiotic. That is really idiotic. And then I know we lost from Turkey last 2 days ago. We lost. We lost to Turkey, if you guys are aware, against the Serbians in a fight. All right. 4th August. This was my conversation with Swirl, which says, Swirl, you will keep it, bro? I heard you heard the news. Kolaf was the first person to be informed about my pass out situation. Like I said, he's been aware of my pass out situation since I formed H Haven, and H Haven is honestly used to be a server where I use it to help good people out. Like, I really did help out, so I'm gonna I will make a bigger message on Haven once we are done covering up the screenshots and the truth out itself. 12th August, I was back from Novi Pazar. 12th of August, then 26th of August, nothing. Uh, Group chat of Sakura's friends in a Damianot. The following user said Sakura is lying. She's not seeking a mental health. She's just rebranded like a coward. And I'm not sure, like, you can see Madison supports Sakura, so Creative was lying when she said Madison cut herself off. Basically, Sakura White Hunters are just getting worse, especially when I have a possession on the screenshots. And then, stop reading Pavel's D. They all defended Pavel because he was spied from a server where he spammed rape jokes, which I covered up in a private video. Besides of a private video, I plan to cut it up. I planned the video. And then, next part, 2nd of September. 2nd of September, Sarag X spammed the group chat. Apologize and admit all your actions publicly or you'll face terrible consequences. I can tell this is either Spinblade or Sarag X work because the grammar is way similar. So you can tell me your opinions later. And then Sarag said and worked. And then Pavel said, Lama LMFAO, he can try. Like, and they forced me to put my profile to black. Like, they were literally mental ill because are you not aware? Like, little did you know, they're literally breaking the agreement. And then they said, you had 1 day, 1 hour to apologize. You have YouTube, Genjo, United Empire, and your server. Apologize about everything you've done and stop bringing Pavel. He's the main target out of us. Seriously, you're considered a weak person who doesn't keep his agreement like a real man. Shut the fuck up. Like I said, Genjo has nothing to do here. Dude, I don't care. This was from 2nd of September at 4:11 p.m. And they spammed to apologize on the game jolt. Eventually, Pavel targeted whole part. Pavel did not change, but I did. Pavel was spied from a server, was spied in a lot of server. He attempted to open her eyes about me. So, and then she called her dumb. Unfortunately, Pavel, you failed the situation. You failed, people. You failed. You freaking failed. You should be considered as Freaky Pavel, bro. You really need to be called Freakwell. And then he said, Swamp Womp Serbian Anime Slop. This is really thermophobic. Really. And then Pavel made a stupid quote that said, no matter how much you promised your own change, you're still that dumb Serbian I have encountered. This is really stupid. Freakwell. Freakwell think Freakwell, that's really a name. I really wanted to give it to him. Freakwell. Just remove Paul and then add Freakwell. That's exact revenge I've been planning. And then Sarek said he's an expert when handling children's curves. Sarek is an expert of being so much racist and straight away make a false assumption that he's innocent. And then really went with a real and you're supposed to respect my decision, Lamau. Sarek and the others are disgusting. Locals talking. Pavel just got cooked in. Yeah, Pavel was cooked on 2nd of September. Womp womp. Dude, womp womp your ass. You've been harassing us a lot. Lamau. Lol. Like, Sargman is really in the guilt. And then there was an apology part, which I posted on 2nd September. Last time when I posted a Korean post was 10:55. 10:55 was the time when I posted. Oh yeah, wait! Let's not forget to mention that Pavel said. Let's not mention that Pavel said, since he already dies with the Freedom Arc, guys, I'm not getting into details how we will detect how much depression he will get. But one thing is for sure, he will die from exposure one day. Riyadh posted a document on Page Haven. Oh yeah, wait, let's not call Pavel. Let's call him Freakwell, alright? Freakwell. That's enough! That's enough names. Freakwell. Freakwell fits a fitting name for him. Like, the problem starts where Pavel, actually, Freakwell, I mean, you guys can call him Pavel, Freakwell. Multi went to message me and said, hey, P, then just letting you know, we're not spurring you and get that done, and we are going to take further actions you deserve to get. I don't need to tell you what those actions are because I already mentioned them in a group. We already have the. Now enjoy your final days of happiness while you get. Bruh. This was 2nd, 3rd of September. Multi is being delusional. Then on August 29th, I already made a post where you guys, if you have Mouse like a Pressure Repride roll, I mentioned that Call of the Hedgehog, Riyadh, and Spinblade have been caught approving slurs by the following server and targeted random people out of their attention. Their cruelest behavior will not be forgiven. Fricklin, good. Nice. We have Freakwell, Freaklin, and Freakwhirl. And then Serac said have a skill issue. For Serac, let's call him Freaky X. Freaky X. Serac is called Freaky X. Freaky X. I really enjoy fun as roasting them. Lamau. Like I said, there was a post I did made on 3rd September. A post which I deleted because I will explain why. Other day, I was on hospital. 3rd September, I was lying on hospital despite I had to do magnetic resonance. So spend one night and do magnetic. And then I mentioned that I have two group organizations which are higher than the Golden Archives, but Riadlin was disrespecting my mental health and the health condition. And then what was his response? You're a better man, you deserve to fucking die. Accept me being a better, or I'll send my aunt after you, both. Lamau, you were naively not paying attention to my hospital's condition. So we could say that Riadlin and Saragax were not. They kept keeping the situation worse. So who can we blame? Both of them, because one, Freaklin again, Riadlin. Yes, he approved slurs in his sub. Yes, it's his sub. But is approving slur allowed? You're not boss, buddy. You're not boss to decide. And they kept saying that I am a P word. Like seriously, dude. Um, who listens to a fucking dick rider of Sarah Golaf and Spinblade has a different topic. Someone needs to learn dirty shit of Riadland that he's actually a adult, but he's not. Lamau. So the entire problem starts where they were confronted on a Science Hub server. They mentioned my friend Manny. And then he said, I called Sarah harasser moron. No, don't set his proposed stock of image of crying. Better over the bio. I lost my game. I lost my fame. I lost my victim. I lost. Alright then, Sarah. If you want to play that way, I have a I have played a little game of yours. Let's just put Sarah's Gojira Blue Raid chat. Gojira Blue Raid on Sarah X in the entire people. And their last words would be, I lost my server. I lost my reputation. I lost my Discord account. I lost everything. No, that would be Sarah crying out of attention. Literally, dude, go somewhere in the hell. Stop talking to random people because you're just obsessed. Bruh. Realman is just retarded, and that's why I had to ban him from something. Actually, I had to kick him from the server. Yeah, really. He's a fool who does not listen. Freakwell. Yeah. I'm a lot convinced. I'm a lot convinced. Bro. This is fun. Anyway, really, like, Collab has been trying to make me fun, make me laugh. And then, here is they refused my recover on, like I said, the same day for September. 9:43 p.m. 9:43 p.m. They refused my space on hospital. As much as I wanted to sleep, NGC, the H Haven's owner, reached out to me and um, he said, "Trust me." Like seriously, dude, this is getting far than. And then he said, "This time there will be no harassment." Guess what? There was a harassment. So that means our owner has faked has lied about it. And so I DM'd the GCA group to name all attackers who will be compromised. So yeah, that's a plan. If they keep the situation worse, I'll report them to be extremely liar, pants on fire. Correct. Fun fact: this was actually said on Spinblade. So when Spinblade had a drama, like I said, when Spinblade had a drama, everyone kept spamming liar, pants on fire. Instead of pants, they they replaced it with a D. So I'm not gonna much talk about it. When I was added to a group chat, Spamblade went to say N-word. And you know what's the entire excuse of Spamblade saying the N-word? Because I have a respect for black people. Bro, you're not black. You are absolutely delusional. Chat, if you really are white, like, how would you, I mean, black, if you have someone who is black, ask them this. Ask them this. How would you feel? How would you really feel if you have person, a white person, saying N-word and using the excuse having a respect for black people? How would you really feel? That was my question. Like I said, Spinblade said N-word. Okay. Riyadlan also said N-word. He, like, Riyadlan said he's mixed. I will explain why is it an excuse. Why is it an excuse? I will explain. I'm trying to find. Like, they kept spamming N-word. Like, who are you to tell me? Bro, you just wanted me to feel worse. And thanks to that, I got over 150 screenshots. And then Kolab had to say, you're crying about Matt, and Matt is bad because you don't want to speak the truth. Oh, you mean Kolab's been crying for decriing Riyadman and Sarah because he has lost the fame. That's a nice excuse, buddy. Nice excuse. And then, so someone tell, this is absolutely a lie. And then they were confronted. Like, who are you to tell me, to give me a right? Like, who are you to give a 19-year-old a right to control everything you want? For example, no, you can't harass us. No, you can confront us. No, you must work with us. Someone really needs to educate their zero brain skill to learn how philosophy works. You were supposed to listen a 19-year-old, not listen to some minor, for example, 17 years old, who's basically, oh, look at that, I'm 17-year-old, I can do whatever I want to you. Blue. Bro is tough. Really, bro is tough. Look who's talking. So, you deserve good riddance. Good riddance. And then Sarah said more and words. And then Spinblade says, who are people who have brain cells and would want proof against you? Spinblade is a fucking liar. Bruh, like, NAGC is really... He's basically afraid. He's basically afraid. And they involved police out of nowhere. Kids are really, like, they were really scared to explain the truth. I have a history of inter-harassment. Even Sarah misspelled my last name. Or family's name has been misspelled. I honestly gotta give you a credit for that. You misspelled my family's last name. The entire family outside of my real life family, of my parents, mother, father, and all that, there's other family. Our basically family's tradition. They did the same thing like they did the spin blade back in the May 11th. When Spinblade was confronted, they exactly involved their families and threatening them to do something bad, which is what they're exactly doing to me. So if you compare, Spinblade was being confronted by Sarah and the other members. You can tell the same happens to me. Imagine this, for example. Spinblade does something bad. Okay, confront him. But the exact confrontation goes like harassment, doxing, N word, R word, V word, like they will be spamming N words. Even though they will be excusing everything, so they just get the tantrum. And they are trying to stop my recovery. If you see them, just tell them fuck off and block them. That's all. Just tell them times 10 times fuck off and block them. Then another N word by Spin, actually, N word by Sarah. Like he's really, I'm not sure if he's really white or black. He has to prove by his skin. Like, I'll send screenshots if you really want, so I can just say who is in it wrong and how exactly this treatment goes. And then Sarah said, "Fuck your life." What do you mean? Fuck your ego. Fuck your ego, Sego. Sarah, you're basically mentally ill. And then fuck your mentally physical heart. We do not care. Oh yeah. What about telling Sarah, fuck your ass? Nobody listens to your shit. And just block him. Go share will. So, and then they evolved some random doxing guy. I plan to go higher, exposing them in a different way. Like, really, dude. The hunter guy is Spinblade because the profiles are familiar. And I know Spinblade is behind it. If you don't believe me, just see Spinblade's regular profile and then see the hunter's profile. Are they really familiar? Or you can tell it's the same thing? Hang on. A little minute of interruption, please. All right, we're back. It was really a while. As much as I really don't want to go draw out 150 screenshots, I will just I'll just post a video, basically a turnabout video, returning to ways turning content, as a beginner of exposing the document, so containing the screenshots, containing everything, and say that who was in the fault, the ones who they impersonated me or what. Someone really needs to educate their behavior. Anyway, If you see them randomly on the server, just basically keep watching them and send out infos to me. Someone needs to get these freaks out. Freaklin, Freakwell, Freaky X, and like Freakwell, Freaklin, Freakluff, Freaky X, and Freaky Blade, aka Spin Blade. Freak Blade is Spin Blade. All of them are just fucking freaks. Really, man. Who's gonna listen to them? Who is gonna listen to an entire group of transphobia, homophobia? Who? Nobody. So just don't trust them. They are really trying to degrade you. They're trying to degrade. As for the impersonation made on GameJolt account, like I said, it can be either Spinblade or Serax were beside because of their grammar. And my face reveal has been used, so report the GameJolt account immediately if you see that spamming. If you see that account spamming, just report them. Like I said, just report them for really sakes. Who's gonna listen to a shit? So yeah. What's going on? I'm a bit late because of university. Well, this is important discussion, so what else to expect? What else can you expect? What else can you expect? What else can you expect from me talking the truth from the harassers from GameJolt and Discord? What else can you miss? Like, hope you're doing great on. You just have to calm down. Take a time in university, by the way. If you fuck with me, you fuck with the other people. So be careful what you say, Kulaf. Chat, if you see Pavel, like, keep spying him. Keep spying his ass, and his ass must be informed to me right away. Just spy out his ass and report it to me, okay? Now, some drama, of course. Some people are bringing it because they are not happy. Anyway, every game Pavel uploads, that game will be reviewed. Every game Swirl or anyone else uploads, I'll be reviewing it, no matter if it is in the positive or a negative. I remember Pavel mentioned Maxim as who has been criticized for the following projects of Sonic 1, Bandit, and Broken Tornado. I even made a tier list and named it Broken Tornado as a fucking list. So you can understand the definition of mid. How much people... Allow me to remind you people. How many times do I need to learn, educate you? There are some good and bad games. You should not be praising bad projects like Broken Tornado and Sonic 1 and Bandit. While Pavel, in the fucking virtuality, in his memorable life, his life is entirely rotten in hell. That's simply disgusting to have him praise a bad product. Someone remind Pavel, Kolaf, and Ryadlin, EXE Reviews is made out of for entertainment and helping out people. And just because you're not satisfied of being reviewed, like criticized, you're gonna say stolen review. Shut up. How about we say your entire code has been stolen, huh, Club? How about that? I'm just getting tired of talking too much. I'd rather just make an entire document, release a full case, and once I do it, I will just say in Spinblade's words that Spinblade is behind the Freedom Archive's work and use that as a confrontation. So I'll keep going until no end reaches. If you mess with me, then you mess with the other people. Remember that. If you mess with me, you mess with the other people. Now then, I will actually be uploading. I will actually upload a video. A video that will consist of Kulaf being the villain. That's right. Basically, Ace Attorney case. I mean, I just got better in the Ace Attorney cases, so you can expect to come out a few days ago when it's finished. When it's finished, then the document will be linked in the description, and so we all say, "Yo, Kulaf, my guy, explain this," and post a document. Turbo the Hedgehog talks about Kulaf, analysis of Riadlin, pretty much everything written on the paper. If the following account did not impersonate me, you still could have been clear, but you didn't. Really, man. Someone tell them this. You should have handled it maturely. You should have handled it in a way how you could, but no, you are being immature to handle it. So I'm already winning, buddy. Kolaf is losing. Tell him this. If you have a friend who is promoting racism in Sonic Composing Guild, he compared your behavior to someone. It doesn't mean he believes you're that person. That's a new stuff from Freaky X. Like, yeah, even though I'm banned, alright, I'll accept that ban. I'm accepting a ban. I'll just say this the following. Avoid Kolaf, Riadlin, Spamblade, Saragex at all costs. As much as my friend Manny made a document review, the document itself is a trash. The person itself who made the document is also trash because we know his email. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be all for today. I will be posting a history screenshots which will consist of their talks. I mean, I will just upload a Google Drive. Google Drive. That gave me an idea. A Google Drive consisting anyway. Now, the following users will be exposed on a Google Drive. Google Drive will consist every single stuff they set to Spinblade, starting from there, from now. So in a total of 195 screenshots. And once I finish uploading the screenshots and all that stuff, I plan to bring Ace Attorney back. I really plan to bring out some. And I'm gonna plan to remake the social media. Like it's been 2 years and I really missed remaking some older videos. I will be remaking the Ace Attorney videos, so that's my future. Let the future wait and let it wait. Now, just remind Kolov and all of them they will be exposed if they continue their behavior. I will be watching them. So there I end my conclusion. If you see their ass laughing, tell them, Turbo the Hedgehog has got upper hand on you. You better shut the fuck up for fuck's sake, or he will be exposing you on a Google Drive. You have 48 hours to admit everything you've done, or else Turbo the Hedgehog will be striking back. Now then, I believe we have to end this live stream. This meeting really wasn't neat. So, hope to see you either in the next video or EA's reviews or a certain video.